Hello, and welcome to the Happy Hour. I'm your host, and if you're watching me, that means I'm happy. Here we're going to be going over some of the last week's biggest stories from the world of pro wrestling, but first, this week's drink special. Sometimes you need a drink that's going to put a little pep in your step and a little bit of gas in your tank. That's why this week's drink is a take on the old-fashioned that I'm going to call the cold-fashioned. No, the cold brew fashion. No, I'm working on it. For this drink, you need some espresso, a little bit of bourbon whiskey, some bitters, some simple syrup, and a big-ass lemon. It doesn't have to be this big, but it sure helps. Start by putting some ice in your mixer and put in 2 ounces of the espresso, 1 ounce of the whiskey, a 1/4 ounce of the simple syrup, and a dash of the bitters. Shake, 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 senora. And pour that into a nice frosty glass. Since we're professionals now, you're gonna pull out your nice little high-tech lemon peeler, and you're gonna peel a little bit of lemon. The directions say to twist a lemon peel to get the oils into your glass, and that's just not working. So go ahead and rub that on the rim and get ready to enjoy. With all your hard work done, it is time for a toast and a taste. Put your thumb on the table, and that, folks, is the cold-fashioned, or the old-fashioned. Or some fucking whiskey and coffee. It's really good, and I'll see you next week. Welcome back, folks. Our biggest story this week is the fallout from the WWE's recent show in Saudi Arabia, the Super Showdown. Headlining a show that was met with a lackluster fan reception, veterans Goldberg and Undertaker spent most of the week defending, if not outright apologizing, for a match that had fans concerned for their health. In 105-degree heat, 52-year-old Goldberg and 54-year-old Undertaker seemed to be in real danger of injuring each other, with a botched tombstone piledriver spiking Goldberg's head on the mat and a botched jackhammer landing Undertaker on the back of his neck. Footage also surfaced this week of an alternate angle of the match that saw Goldberg seemingly collapsing outside the ring. The 9-minute match saw Undertaker win in an awkward, seemingly rushed finish, and Goldberg rushed to Twitter afterwards to have this to say. "Knocked myself out and thought I could finish. Love my fans, but I let you down. To everyone else that found pleasure, hope you're happy." He was talking about Matt Riddle. He was eating his ass up on Twitter. Deleted a few. It was saucy. Tell us what you think about the match down in the comments below. If you're gonna ask me, if you got 250-somethings going down on it in the ring, going down on it, haha, phrasing. If you got 250-something-year-old dudes in the ring, do it somewhere where they see. Our next story is, seriously? Impact Wrestling. Yes, things are going less than great for the Underdog promotion on Pursuit TV since leaving Pop TV at the first of the year. Yep, love that Pursuit channel. Love me a good sit down watching the Pursuit channel. Impact's Friday night show's seen some bizarre hiccups lately, with one episode's Friday night show going to break just before the main event and never coming back, playing 35 minutes of commercials instead. Another episode never even made it to TV as they played the prior week's episode instead. It gets annoying to hear it again and again. I need to write better. DVR has also been an issue, with Pursuit being slow to add Impact to most providers' programming lists, also breaking the show into 30-minute blocks that make it difficult for DVR users to automatically record the show, instead having to manually select each block of the show. With no evidence to support an upcoming TV deal, Impact may be in a tight spot, as it seems complaints with the network have fallen on deaf ears. Impact is totally the bad news bears of wrestling. Or is that CCW? Ring of Honor's not doing good, from what I hear. Either. Our next story, WWE may be out of California. I mean, there's no surprise. Everybody in California wants out of California, right? A bill heading through California Congress may have major implications for the way WWE does business. If made law, the bill would require all companies that do business inside the state to qualify their employees as employees rather than independent contractors, as WWE's been known to do. Got that insurance, got that dental, got them vacation days. Got that vacation days, them sick days. Woo-hoo. If the bill passes, fans familiar with how far Vince McMahon will go to save a little bit of money will be interested in seeing how WWE handles the new restrictions. AEW watches, well, not much this week, unless you watch Jon Moxley fuck around with NJPW. No, the main story with AEW are the changes that we're seeing in the wrestling world since the new kids on the block came in and made waves, specifically WWE's tighter contracts. Yes, inside sources have reported the WWE started offering 5-year contracts over their old 3-year contracts, seemingly in a move to lock in new talent, preventing them from viewing greener pastures with independent promotions. The WWE's began scooping up indie talent at a high rate, seemingly trying to grab up-and-comers before companies like AEW can get their hands on them. We want to know what you think. Is it jealous? Is it greedy? Is it desperate? Or is it just smart? Tell us what you think down in the comments below, and tell us what kind of stories you want to see covered on an upcoming episode of The Happy Hour. Well, folks, that is it for me, and that is it for my show. Do give us a like and a share if you care, and head on over to STLR.com where you can check out our friends the Mad Titans Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Well, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, drink responsibly.